What a fun way to make some cash. If you are anything at all like me, you love picking and searching through yard sales and flea markets. There is nothing more exciting than finding that vintage treasure for peanuts, or that awesome new gadget still in a box for a steal. The only thing that could possibly be more exciting is being on the profit end of the sale. I will tell you some personal experiences with selling at fleas and in the yard, as well as other possibilities, such as trunk shows, etc. First off, if you do have unwanted items to sell, there is more than one way to accomplish this. Even though I titled this Flea Markets and Yard Sales, there are a number of other ways to sell your goods, not only used goods, but also brand new and handmade goods. In my personal experiences, I have tried many of these options, including the above mentioned, as well as trunk shows, and when I sold many vintage goods, at least one Renaissance festival, and a home show or two. My personal favorites have been yard sales and trunk shows. Flea markets were good, but a lot goes on at a flea, and your chances of loss or mental trauma is higher lol. Also your chance of getting price badgered is also high. I used to love doing yard sales, and always found it somewhat profitable, if not convenient, but my current location no longer makes it a viable option. By far, my most profitable and most fun was doing the trunk shows. I had a walk-in designer and vintage boutique in Los Angeles for several years, and the shows were just an extra added benefit, not just financially, but also for connections and networking. Another super benefit is the fun and friendships you will make. Yes, there are still those few who will want the cheapest price they can weasel out of you, and some are still not so nice about what their opinion of your price might be set at, but for the most part, if you can, this is a great way for extra cash throughout the year. One example I will give you of my own goes something like this. Please note, some of these figures are from the 80s and 90s, and are likely different now. I paid $250 for a weekend booth space, which gave me access to Friday, Saturday and Sunday, including setup time, and the time scheduled for each seller to be vacated from the premises. I paid and brought to the show approximately $300 worth of vintage merchandise, including hats, dresses, jewelry, coats, textiles, etc. That comes to a total $600 rounded out with a little extra. As this was a local show, gas was minute, and time and labor are not a factor to me here. What is a factor is, I spent maybe $700 total for a 3-day weekend sales space, and came home on Sunday with over $3,000 in sales. $3,000 and $700 equals $2,300 profit for a weekend show. Wow! Does that sound like fun to you? Here are some tips for a great sale. Advertise well and a lot. Place larger items in front. Join with neighbors for more variety. Have a free table or box. Price your items to sell quickly. Put a price tag on your items. Put labels clearly marked on items. Keep your wares organized. Place items in sets or with pieces in bags. Do you have other sale tips for folks reading this? If so, please do share them.